new to us, we are the dynamic mother-daughter duo here on YouTube, better known as the Sammy Nicole and Fifi Show. I'm Sammy Nicole. This is Fifi. We are once again a dynamic mother-daughter duo, and we talk about all things love, life, relationships, and pop culture from both the millennial perspective and the Generation X perspective. So tonight, mommy, what are we going to be talking about?
We're going to be talking about something a little serious. What's going on now in the world, all over the world, due to George Floyd. We're going to talk about...
And Breonna Taylor.
We can't leave Breonna Taylor out, guys. We feel that we're on the road to getting justice for George Floyd, but the cops still need to be arrested for Breonna. Let's not leave our black women alone. Please, please, we have to protect our black women. So their lives matter too. Black women lives matter.
And black queer lives matter as well.
Queer too as well. Yes. Our transgenders. Yes.
And gay, lesbian, bisexual.
Lesbian. Yes. We support that on this channel. So I just feel so, heavy-hearted to know that the cops that killed Breonna are still out there. So what do you think is going to happen?
I think it's going to be a long fight. It's going to be a long road ahead. But I'm praying that, God and the ancestors give her mother, her family, her legal team the strength to keep on pushing.
And it's, with all the protesting, I'm for protesting, but when it comes to our women and our children out protesting, I'm kind of biased on that. I saw a video or a clip on Instagram last week about, it was an African-American woman, and there was a Caucasian man that was in her face, that was intimidating her, and he had his fist balled like he was gonna hit her. He was aggressive. He was the aggressor. And that made me feel some type of way. Any man that will get in a woman's face to attack her is a savage and is not a man. I don't care what color he is. And for black men to be out protesting, I don't know what the surrounding was around those two, if there were anybody around or if they were reachable, but if it was a black man around those two that didn't intervene and stop that and protect that black woman from that Caucasian man that was clearly angry at her and that clearly wanted to attack her. It just took me back to our slavery days, where our black men couldn't protect us. If they tried to protect us, then their lives, they felt like their lives would be
in jeopardy.
So that made me feel that way. Where are our black men? Why no one came to her rescue? Well, you say, you were saying, some black men were saying, she's not my mom, she's not my sister, she's not my aunt. But what about if your aunt or your sister or your mom is out in the street and that happens to her? Wouldn't you want another black man to step in and help her? I mean, what is our mentality, our black men mentality towards our black women? We are the mother of the land.
Of civilization.
Of
the human race.
Of the human race. Why won't you all protect us? And if another man feels like that we don't have anybody to protect us, then they will do that to us. They will feel like they can attack us and come towards us. If they feel like a black woman does not have another man in their lives to protect them, you will very, very rarely see a black man attack a black woman if he knows that she has black males in her life to protect her. I've seen it over and over again. I experienced it. I know. It does not happen. It does not happen. So I'm saying to our black men, protect us. Protect us.
Yeah, I agree. I could go into a whole rant, but I agree. I definitely think we need to come together as black men and black women. I think there is a lot of divisiveness between us, and I think that unfortunately, when black women do try to express their hurt, their outrage, their disappointment with black men, they are automatically silenced. They are automatically accused of being divisive, or they're supporting the agenda. And I think that in our community we have a hard time with holding our black men accountable. And I think
But when
that
we're protesting, who's out there? Black women.
right, and I think that
Black women.
we don't realize that you can love someone and still hold them accountable. It doesn't mean I hate you. It doesn't mean I'm out to get you. It doesn't mean I'm rooting for your downfall. I'm just saying that because I do love you. I want the best for you, and I want you to be the best that you can be. And nobody is above being held accountable. Nobody. So it is disappointing and disheartening when you do try to articulate how you feel to some men. They automatically shut you down and say you're bitter, you're angry, you're being divisive, you're supporting white supremacy, you're attacking us. And it's like, I'm not attacking you. I'm just trying to express how I feel so we can come to a solution and move forward and work through it. Another thing that is very disheartening is how some of our black women are very male-centered, and how they uphold patriarchy and misogyny, and how you'll even hear black women who say, well, now's not the time to talk about the issues that black women are going through. And my response to them is, well, when is the time? When will it be the appropriate time to express the trials and tribulations that black women not only deal with from racism, but also within their own community? When is it going to be the right time? When is it going to be the right time for trans women to express their grievances? I mean, how long are they going to have to be quiet? You know what I mean? Again, I think as a people, as black people, none of us are going to be free until all of us are free. And we have to value each other. And when we say Black Lives Matter, we mean all black lives, okay? And we have to understand as black people that you can walk and still chew gum at the same time. And that's something that we tend to have an issue with. We think that because we are elevating black women like Breonna Taylor and many other black women like Corinne Gaines, who have similar stories to those women, it's being divisive. Or right now, we shouldn't be fighting with each other or screaming about the atrocities that black women deal with, not only through white America, but also within the black community. Now is not the time to talk about that, and I disagree. I think that we can fight against police brutality and institutionalized racism, and also still promote listening to black women more and protecting them and elevating them and establishing that sense of balance between black men and women. I think we can do we can do both at the same time. I believe that we are intelligent enough, we are powerful enough, and we have it in us to be communal enough to focus on both issues at the same time. Because whether you acknowledge or not, they are intertwined. They are related. It's a cyclical cycle. Okay, they do correlate. It's basically what I'm trying to articulate. So I think we need to be showing light on both of it. I mean, we can't cry and moan about other people not valuing our lives when we don't even value each other's lives. And we do have to talk about that. I know that a lot of people say that's being divisive. Don't say that, but we have. How long can you ignore the elephant in the room? And it's time that we address those issues within our own. We need to value each other's lives. We do. And we need to respect each other's voices and each other's experiences. That's why it irks me when I hear people say, oh, my black son, my black husband, my black cousin. What about your black daughter? What about your black sister, your black aunt, your black mother? You know what I mean? We're getting killed as well. We're not exempt. And if you pay attention, like Mom, you said, black women are leading these protests, these marches. So black women are not exempt.
Black girls.
Even little black girls are out there marching. So it's the target isn't just on the black man's back. It's on the black woman's back and the black child's back. And so we need to understand that we're all in this together.
Right. And don't pick or you know, your what you choose to protest or leave out while you're protesting. You know, I see a lot of people protesting and Black Lives Matter, and then you know you'll see them, you know, talk about shopping at H&M. You know, H&M was one of the stores that came out a few years ago that totally was racist against us, called our little black babies monkeys. You know, so we have, there has to be a balance in all this, guys. It has to be a balance, and we have to stand firm and take a stance. We have to take a stance on it. And so they'll know that we mean business.
Get organized.
Get organized, right. Get on the same page. Starbucks.
Like our ancestors. So you done with Starbucks?
I'm done with they can have that gold card back, and the app will be deleted. Why would I spend my money somewhere somebody that don't like my skin color, don't like my ancestors? And me. Absolutely not.
And she loves Starbucks.
I'll go down to the Quick Trip.
Or you could go to a black owned.
Or I can go to a black owned
coffee shop. I'll show you.
Yeah, I'll go to a black owned.
Yeah, there's this app called that y'all can download, and it'll basically show you all the black owned businesses in your city. Hold on, y'all. Let me find it. It's Black Wall Street. Yes, it's the Black Wall Street. If you can see it, so y'all download this app. And like I said, it'll point you to all the black owned businesses in your city, across all industries. So yeah, clothing, grocery stores, hair, all that jazz, coffee shops, all that. So download that. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you know, I'm not gonna spend my money where I'm not celebrated. You know, where you don't like me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and once it's different, guys. It's different if I don't know, but once you tell me that you don't like me or you feel some type of way towards me, that's all I need to know. Mm-hmm. I'm done. I'm done. You've made it plain. You don't like me and I don't like you, so let's wash our hands of each other. Let's be done. Mm-hmm. Let's be done. And now we live in a society and a world where we have options. We can go other places to spend our money. We can go other places to spend our money. I guarantee you, once we start pulling back our dollars, because we all know that African Americans, we spend the most.
$1 trillion buying power.
You all don't realize how much power we have. Mm-hmm. We have power, guys. And if we pull back our dollar and hurt them in the pocket, it's over. Mm-hmm. But it takes discipline. Mm-hmm. And we have to take a stance, and we can't pick, Black Lives Matter, and then the next day we shopping at H&M.
Or you beating up somebody that's trans, or you beating up a black woman,
or a black woman, or you disrespecting a black woman. Come on. But we have to start somewhere to try to do better. Mm-hmm. When you know better, you do better. Mm-hmm. You do better, and it's one day at a time. It's one day at a time. You deal with your demons one day at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, y'all, those are our thoughts on BLM. Let us know your thoughts down in the comment section. And then once again, as always, please be sure to like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let us know your thoughts. On that note, I'm Sammy Nicole. This is Fifi. We are the Sammy Nicole and Fifi Show. And until next time, bye.